Is it working? Okay, hi guys! We are back over here with Disco Elysium down in this abandoned basement. There's like two ways to go here. Oh, I didn't even see this. Money! Crack open the second freezer. There's a second one? Found one. And there's like two ways to go. There's one here and there's obviously there was another one up where we talked through the guy. Oh! Oh, this ends up out here. Well, that's convenient. The red one. What? We still have lower HP because we bonked our foot in that thing. Which was funny, but still. Well, I found out that this place was like a game dev studio. So that's quite fancy. Just walked past it. If you're talking about this, I already cracked it open.
The bear's eyes, but where's the fill?
There is no other one. Is that the freezer? This is not a freezer. What do you mean? I don't have anything to interact with. And this is not a freezer
A thick
either.
layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it.
Turn out the power and grab the pry bar. What?
Only the black cable is plugged. Something.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant.
Okay. Well, I won't be able to see anything with the pry bar, but... It's supposed to be interactable. Maybe we need to talk with someone first, I don't know. Maybe it just spoiled me. Alright. We'll be back. You need to go up over here as well. Check this out. There is someone there. Oh. The last game developer. Sitting there. Ooh. Postcard. A Delta. Full of dice. Hundreds of them. And you
Hello.
are...
Write their other name. Call
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
Magnetic dice even
It's
roll
true.
properly.
Magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do. Great.
It's a deal.
See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Oh, have to wait for it. Do you know about the man who was
Nothing
snatched?
really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by
Well,
daily
there's
ruckus?
always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of
Yeah.
the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the
I
window.
might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Right.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday
It's
nights?
an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we? What is
We're
this
inside the
place?
chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Oh, you tell him, Half-Light.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Well, whose fault was for what happened?
24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What?
What's a snuff milieu? Trust me, you don't want to know.
I want to know. How did we get money for that? We don't
And
know.
they never cleaned up the debris either.
What?
Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it.
Really ran out
Money
of
and
money.
time, the usual. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
What I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses.
for this check. I thought you were the expert. Well, I guess we learn every day.
Scary, but cool. Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
I did want to ask, but electrochemistry took it ahead of me and failed electrochemistry.
Megatherion. A
Clothes we have that increase shivers. Man from Heimdall. Nice. And our patrol coat. Nice, nice, nice. We forgot about the man from Heimdall shirt, boy. That's the shit. And I think that's it. Alright.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking?
Boo!
Telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Yeah. I'm going to dump. You made it nice and cozy
Yeah.
here.
Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world.
This is very strong considering, you know, the fact that the attempts that you make literally use rolling dices. It's a very good, you know, a bit of a breaking fourth wall and metaphor here. Obviously, we scum save them, but
Well,
regardless.
anyway, thanks for sharing your
A new
theories,
thought!
officer.
We're actually looking to see if we can do a new thought. I really don't want to lose Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. All red checks fail. What? Oh god. So we can't do any red checks while we do this. That's kind of fucked. I think we're good with money. How do you guys feel? Or actually, wait. Yeah, I already got that one. Yeah. I'll get rid of the art degree first. And then the next one will be the Wumpty Dumpty Dome Center. I hope we don't have any red checks for the next 4 hours. Okay, we can check the red thing again. Yeah, no, it's still off. To pass the time in these hours? Well, it's almost night, so we can go to bed.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Rivashol.
And we can
Rain
obviously
drips from
read
the
and stuff.
eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down, humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. You shudder looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. You realize you have no shoes on. Your feet are red with cold.
What?
From the corner of his eye, the lieutenant gives your feet a worried glance. Rain drips from his glasses. The lieutenant nods, then looks east. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock-arms. Cranes over the mouth of the river distributary. Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river. Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The evening news. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damps. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its
Just describing the entire
a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall.
Where the hood at?
The snows melt in Jamrock.
Where the hood at? Where the hood
I have
at?
a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day the revolution fell, standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland. In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the
City
motorway exit.
Giant song.
Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
What's
Collapsed
below?
storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the revolution. Doors leading down to Leroyam. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Okay. That was very quick thing for a massive discussion. I'll get this back and the spirit, the corp. Show calculus. We don't need this anymore. And I believe with one of our thoughts, if we have our empty hands, give us extra suggestion. Sure is something else compared to other voices, yeah. Also, I do believe we got the ball back, right?
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again.
We can't do this. It's a red check.
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
It's my rifle. I have it with me. Think even a critical success will fail? Probably.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls bought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Is this a royalist
It
mentality?
used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution. You know what? No. They brought me misery.
Aw.
False hope and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I will go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month. What is
Found a
this?
new bull.
Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, Rene. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Gaston to share his sandwich. Huh. Oh, yeah, he does have a sandwich.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
He mumbles something to himself. It seems to be a variety of
we
curses.
praised the bull.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours.
Oh.
I hope your heart gives out.
Rene, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance
Can I
on
bite
this
of
fine
that?
day? Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
Oh.
Let her rest in peace.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. Rene and I were both by her bedside when she...
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
This guy is really suffering.
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Uh-huh.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Oh.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
They are 80?
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the
Finish the
first time.
homosexual underground.
Especially when we have company. Officer,
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
Ah.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options,
Heck,
right?
Technically, we're both still engaged to her.
you always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there,
Oh,
falls silent, and turns away.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
do you know about the dead
Let
man?
me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
Ah, gosh,
I
caviar.
wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly.
Oh,
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Rene?
oh.
I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
Oh.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on.
Oh.
You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking
Ah,
mountain
I would have
statue.
gotten 10 XP over here, for
Let's try not
example.
to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh yes, not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Rene's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's
Right.
an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Oh.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I do little things for myself, nothing wrong
That's
with that.
just the way things work around here. No reason to feel bad about it.
Are you a caviar
I
socialist?
don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
How can you write those newspapers if you're not
Officer,
political?
I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
You have to believe in
I
something.
believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want. Even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Mon Dieu.
Oh,
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
can I eat your
I'm
sandwich?
sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
Gaston
Nothing
speaks my
personal,
language.
it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Oh,
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder.
I like
Well
Ren
made,
though.
abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft.
Obviously, we wouldn't agree politically, but I definitely appreciate his principles more.
In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Please, man, can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer. I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
Please, friend, let's just
Fuck
share
off.
it.
It's mine.
A glimmer of respect flashes in Rene's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Oh my god, we can convince him. We have to do that. Hold on. It's too
Homosexuals
bad, it's too
underground.
good.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please
What?
say you didn't.
Stop obsessing about sexuality? What? What is this thought? Why did we do it? What did it do for us?
Yes?
Ah, big news, Kim.
Okay.
Is this about being gay more like a stop obsessing about it? I have managed to stop obsessing about my
Great.
sexuality.
Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's ongoing thought
What?
though. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now. But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
That's the truth.
Well. That changes the relationship dynamics a little bit, doesn't it? Alright, time to figure out our date of birth.
It is such a pleasure to see you again.
All right, this is how we're gonna do it.
I admire your handiwork, Chef, but there are a few things I
Like
do
what,
differently.
officer? This is as good as they come in Revachol, I assure you.
An array of delicious recipes flashes through your mind. Salads, salmon, sandwiches. Bingo. This calls for an engineering angle.
Oh.
Structural rigidity, exposed rafters, lattice works, that type of approach.
Brady built this on could have been toasted.
That would certainly have been an improvement.
The air pocket between cheese and ham could house pre-roasted
Ce
paprika.
serait délicieux. Can you make that sandwich, officer?
Sure, but I'm gonna need yours as a
I
prototype.
hope you are not just tricking an old man out of the little he has left.
Initial development, it takes time, but in 6 to 9 months, you will eat the sandwich of the gods.
Or god of sandwiches, maybe? But in the meanwhile, what can I do for you?
We got the sandwich! Oh my god.
The ham sandwich looks fresh and nutritious in your hand, begging to be eaten.
We can throw the sandwich to the ground? Why would we do that? We can do it in front of him too. You know what? I'm gonna leave this as a cliffhanger. We're gonna see what happens with the sandwich in the next episode. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to see more. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to make it stop working. Bye bye.